Hi and welcome to Lulay of All Aces, where you can learn nonsense to useful things that you can apply on your daily lives. And today, yes, you can apply on your daily lives. But of course, I'm not saying that you must. It's still your option. But anyway, I highly appreciate your watching and taking time of checking out my videos. Today, you can see my background is a bit different because yesterday I decided to rearrange my room. I'm having problems, always issues on my lightings. It's not even, I think, 2 months that it has been replaced. And again, you can see it's like I'm having a night disco or Christmas party in my room. It's blinking. It's irritating, but if you turn off half of those small bulbs, it's going to be very dim. So now I decided to place my table um, right next to the window so that in case um, I could have a good lighting. I haven't tried yet, but I know I would have a good lighting on daytime. I'm going to have the sun shining on my video, and behind me you can see my uniforms are all lined up. And probably I'll make, when it's done, I'd probably show you my room. So you can see I don't have side table. It's just because one table for me is enough on the foot part. Tendency is if I have a side table and the alarm gets on, tendency is just I will just have to turn off the alarm and then I would probably go back to sleep. So it's not a good idea. So if it's far from me, um, it's like I'm obliged to get up, then making me more awake. So that's my rationale behind that. Anyway, I just wanted to have this opportunity to um, announce or say stay safe to um, the people who got affected by the Hurricane Irma. And I have noticed that there has been a huge difference because I know United States there's more advanced or a wide comparison between our implementation in the Philippines, and I think it will set as a good example because I noticed I was watching Channel 8 live streaming. I think it was past midnight because I slept like around 1 a.m. Then I went for my work. I noticed that there's already an alert for the hurricane, and most of the people they already knew because I believe they're having hurricane drill and such that most of the families already knew that they have to evacuate the area and they have to go to a certain assigned evacuation center. Not like in the Philippines, that in the Philippines, the typhoon is already hitting the area and the people there are already affected, but still the government has to struggle in telling them that you're not safe. And what's worst is when something happens to them, they expect that the government would provide an urgent assistance, where in fact they didn't realize that beforehand they were given the warning and they were given the option. And yeah, there's quite a big difference, and I hope that one day it will change. Anyway, stay safe, and my sincere prayers for those who got affected. I know how it feels because I have been affected by um, typhoons, although not directly, but our area got affected. But our family has been victim of um, a big fire back in 1986. So it was really a big fire. I was like, I think 7 years old that time. And the worst is you thought people were helping, but then in the end, you were handling over your appliances, and now you're looking for the appliances that you handed over. It's already been stolen. And then another worst thing that happened is they showed on one of the newspaper in the Philippines that these so and so items. It was like, I think, my father's first component that he bought when he went abroad, and it was Fisher. And that time, it was like a big time if you bought something like that, and it was a complete set. Unfortunately, those people who pretended that they were helping us. I was like 7 that time, and I think my brother was 11, and I think my youngest sister is about like 3. One thing that was worse is that they announced that somebody has gotten the component from those who stole it, and they are looking for the owners who claim. And when by the time we went to the prison, the police told us that somebody already claimed. So how could how could that be? It's like a double stolen. Our appliances has been stolen twice. So I don't know who. Hmm. Anyway, my topic for today is like about um, the difference. This is not a rant. It is just my opinion, an honest opinion, that I think people would take time before they get mad at me, um, because I'm not judging. This is just like probably um, one of the considered to be a cause and effect. About the lighting, it inspired me now to talk about the difference between a fake item and a pre-loved. Now, mind you, if I say pre-loved, I'm talking about the authentic item that has been owned by somebody, or a second-hand authentic item. So I'm not considering the second-hand fake items, okay? Because if we'll categorize that as fake and authentic, it still falls onto fake items. Now, most of the people I've seen one of the posts in Facebook like last week, I think, from one of my close friends, that there was, I think, a certain billion pesos amount of items that was confiscated in one of the famous shopping center in the Philippines. So I won't be announcing it because I'm not a newscaster and I'm not even a lawyer. So people in the Philippines would know what place that is. So in this place, because I've been there, I think probably like maybe 4 times, and the only thing that I enjoy buying there is the gadgets. But I don't usually buy the bags there. Like what I did on my previous video about the review on my, not actually a review, but it's a video about my collections of my Louis Vuitton collection. So most of the items there, they are authentic, pre-loved, and they were bought as brand new on the Louis Vuitton shop itself. So my only concern is that, basing on what I've seen on the posts of my close friends on Facebook last week, is that they have confiscated certain amounts. So my question is, why now? When I think, if I could remember, I was only like maybe 11 years old when that shopping center has been operating, and mind you, I'm already 41, so I think it's been 30 years already. And then why now? Because it's not only ordinary people who buy there. There's a lot of rich people who buy there because they actually own shops and boutiques there. Now, if you will see, there's a lot of things that you will You will be able to appreciate and buy and enjoy. Um, it's like a replica, almost like the real thing, and you will be happy to buy like maybe two pairs of shoes, Nike shoes, Air Max shoes for a price of like maybe a third actual price of what is the real thing. And you would be questioning yourself if you're familiar with those um, famous or authentic luxury items, is that they are actually displayed on an ordinary stall randomly, side by side, and comparing to the um, sales agents that has the coat and tie or dress, um, presenting themselves while they are selling the items in, like, let's say Louis Vuitton shop, or like, you would know what, um, people who would sell them, they're just like wearing the ordinary jeans, some are just wearing their slippers, so you would know by merely looking at the place that you're buying something that is not legit, or something that is not um, authentic. Okay, so I am not judging those people who are buying not the authentic ones, but my only concern is that, like, my rule would be I won't be buying a Louis Vuitton bag if I can't afford it. I might as well buy an ordinary bag, because my concern is that I'm not helping the industry. I'm not helping my country, and I'm not helping those who have potentials of creating bags on their own, just so because they're not famous, just so because they're not luxury items, or just so because they are not well known. Did you get me? I mean, it's like, at least you buy something that is real. Let's take for example like the lipstick. Okay, people are dying to buy something like a lipstick from Chanel. I haven't had any Chanel branded of any makeup. The only brands that I had were, I'm not saying that they're cheap, but um, just for me at this time, it seems like I couldn't afford to buy something that I know that I could have almost the same quality in something that is not fake. I mean, a brand that is being bought general by the general public, and between a brand that can only be bought by um, certain people, you know. Although I would love to have Chanel lipstick, but it's like, for me, it's how you use it, how you represent it, rather than buying something that is fake, and people will check on. I mean, let's be honest, people would see the brand, and then when they see, oh, you have a Chanel lipstick, and because there's still a lot of fake makeup there, people will whoever is selling, people will just say that, oh, it came from Japan, or it came from the United States, and it's on sale. And like, for me, for someone who already went to the United States, I would know now, and I would know the situation. So it's like that. It's like, um, there's another video there. I don't know if I could link it on the description below. There's like a Coach brand, for example, a Coach brand that is bought from the boutique itself and from the warehouse. So they are both original Coach brands, but the quality of the one that's being sold on the boutique itself, probably like in Macy's, is um, quite expensive, more expensive, or quite pricey. compared to the one that's being sold in the warehouse. Although both of them came from the same company, the legit company, it's just that Coach would um, provide something that is also original, but that can be affordable to the general consumers. You you know, just on my opinion, but also based on the video that I watched, they have featured these brands um, that they have a certain code that this brand is being sold from the warehouse um, store, and the other one is being sold by the boutique itself. So they may belong in the same umbrella or same company, but the quality represents that this is going to be an expensive one and this is going to be an affordable one. I think that's the jits that people should practice. It's not merely owning the brand, ending up having a fake one, rather than owning something that is legit or authentic, regardless if it's not well-known brand. But at least you know your conscience is clear. I'm not saying that people who buys are just are bad people. It's just that I think you have to realize that you're not helping the industry, and there are other people. There are younger generations who are probably aspiring to be the next Louis Vuitton, be the next Prada, or be the next Versace, or be the next Givenchy creator of their own name. You're not giving them the chance to show what they have because they are already bombarded with the thought that, oh, you're not like this, so I'm not going to buy. I'd rather buy something that is fake because it's well known, and people will not notice if I'm having a fake Hermes, because not all people would know, not all people would realize. There are replica that are um, as good as the quality of the real one, but you're not giving the others um, a favor that they might have the potential. So you are promoting those who are selling the fake ones, and making it difficult for the small um, businessmen or entrepreneurs to start their own business or career because of the stigma or the labeling that, oh, people may not be able to buy, or I won't be able to sell this because I'm not Louis Vuitton, I'm not Chanel, I'm not Prada. Same thing with this lighting. So going back to why I decided to do this topic, and I think it's keeping very long. I'm just saying short, simple message that consider buying the real one. The real one doesn't only mean that you're buying the expensive ones, but at least you don't buy the fake ones, because at the end of the day, um, you're just cheating yourself because you know that it's fake. And I think that's the only message that I wanted to say. Same thing with this light. As you can see, they keep on buying. They're saying that it's too expensive. They keep on buying. It's not even 2 months that they replaced this one. And how many lights do I have that has to be replaced? I think it was like 10 of them. Can you imagine if 10 is like, maybe one is like 3 reals, and 10 would be 30 reals, and it's not even like 2 months. I think it's like about a month and a half that you have to replace again. And how many flats do we have in the building? I think we have more than 100 flats. If I could, yes, we have more than 100 flats here in the building, and All of us has the same problem. So every month you keep on buying 30 reals, and that's only for one room. Each flat has 3 rooms. So it's the same quality that I'm telling you. You're buying something that is not real, and you thought that you are saving when in fact you're actually investing onto something that is cheap and something that is expensive. Same thing with pre-loved items and the fake ones. Pre-loved items are pre-loved, but they are authentic. So people are saying that you can only afford pre-loved. Yes, like me, I can only afford pre-loved because nowadays pre-loved is the in. And like if I buy the pre-loved item, I'm giving a favor for the one who already bought and used that one, who bought the expensive ones, the brand new ones from the shop. And still, I'm giving them a favor because I am taking something from them that they have paid more, and at the same time, I'm enjoying something that I know is authentic. I mean, just saying. Okay, don't get mad at me, please. Anyway, that's it for tonight. And I just hope that you hit the like button and please do subscribe. And I will be waiting for the suggested topics that you would like me to feature in this video, because in my channel, you'll learn nonsense to useful things that you can apply on your daily life. So